Welcome back to Area DMG. I am your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and for today's episode of Suki Nihan, we are looking at the 2016 version of Berserk, that anime. We're watching it on Crunchyroll. This is episode 6 of season 1, A Nighttime Feast, Burning at the Stake. These shows are getting harder and harder to find good thumbnails for. And at some point, though, I'm thinking sometime during this year, maybe early next year or whatnot, I'm going to do all of the Berserk TV series and all of the movies, all 3 movies. Because I love this series. It's fantastic. Oh boy, this particular show. Okay, let me get this out of the way. The art style, not so good. The animation, not so good. But what are you going to expect? It's not Studio 4C. I mean, come on. Let's see, I think it was Studio 4C that was behind this, right? I keep forgetting. Was it Blue Submarine that had like Studio 4C that worked on it? I don't remember. Anywho, Studio 4C worked on the movies and they did a fantastic job of that. And the new series feels not as well animated. And there's a lot they're skipping. They've skipped through a lot of stuff because it's like, okay, I think the best way to look at it is, remember Dragon Ball Z? Remember how Dragon Ball Z takes forever to get through certain fights and such because there's so much filler? Remember Dragon Ball Z Kai where they took out all that filler? And then you watch through that and you realize, you know what? It kind of needs the filler. It really kind of does. And that sounds like a weird opinion to have on that, but I feel that Berserk, this new series, is going a bit too fast. They want to get to some of the big moments, so they're skipping a lot of the little moments and characters, which is okay in the long run if it means they can go further into the story, but those of us who are spoiled by, say, Hellsing Ultimate, or by shows that are so pitch perfect to the manga that it's not even funny, will look at this and be disappointed. For me, I know that it's not the manga. I know it's its own thing. And I do like the fact that, whoa, are they going for it? They're just going for it. The show is just going for it, and I can't wait to see what the Blu-rays do because, wow. Yeah. The movies for this series, insane. Just like a lot of stuff that happens in there is more what you would expect from something that would not be we're talking like Belladonna of Sadness or Wicked City levels of messed up in this. I mean, and it's good. Berserk is about that. It's about that raw rage, that emotion, and the messed up situations that happen. It's about the politics and the intrigue and the characters, and just so good. But this episode, well, we start this episode with the Skeleton Knight showing up, yay, to warn Guts about the upcoming appearance and the birth of another apostle. Yes! So are we going to see some egg-shaped fun here and the demon child stuff and all that stuff? Yes. So it's back to the tower after this, and we're given a little bit more stuff with Farnese and some Serpico, and we hear a little bit more about Mazgus and his band of torturers, his merry band of torturers, which is pretty welcome. I think Mazgus is fantastic, and I'm looking forward to seeing this guy who's pretty much like a fat Alexander Anderson from Hellsing. Get what's gonna happen to him. That's gonna be amazing. I hope. Hopefully. Fingers all the way crossed. Just all over the place. Yeah. We're also given a bit of backstory about one of the prostitutes named Nina and a boy she likes. So the two meet up for some sort of midnight gathering. It turns out that she is part of a pagan cult that we find out later on, not in this episode, mind you, but they worship one of the God Hand. But yeah, they have orgies and cannibalism. So her new boyfriend or whatnot is all like, yeah, I can get down with the whole orgies thing, and then the cannibalism thing kind of balks at. Just, it's not to his taste. Get it? Cannibalism is not to his... Yeah, okay, let's forget that. And he decides, I don't know if I want to be a part of this. It does not go well for him. And then Luca, who is awesome, shows up, confronts Nina, and then spanks her, which is pretty hilarious. And I'm like, I like Luca. This character is great. And I'm looking forward to this character being part of Guts' merry band of, I guess, apostle hunters is the best way to put it. Yes. So that happens. Like I said before, it's getting increasingly more difficult to nail down thumbnails for this show because, oh my gosh, it goes places. It kind of delivers in that regard, even if it doesn't deliver in the animation and in some of the pacing for the people who are really big fans of the manga. Stuff has been changed around a bit, and that will irritate people who are fervent fans of the manga. But if you're like me, you're looking at this and thinking of it as like, there's a difference between Walking Dead TV, Fear the Walking Dead, and the Walking Dead comic book, and the Walking Dead video games, okay? Walking Dead comic book, amazing. Walking Dead TV show, it's got Carol and Daryl, so it's got its own things, but it's not as good in some regards as the comic, even though they have similar storylines. They do different things with those storylines, and that's okay. It's okay because the comic book is its own thing, similar to how this anime is its own thing. And I'm okay with liking both. It's okay to like both. It's okay to think, man, Negan is such a great character, and also be like, yeah, Negan is such a great character. I wish they'd let him cuss more on the TV show. I guess we'll have to wait for the Blu-rays. See? But yeah, anyways, Casca followed Luca and gets found by the pagans who are all like, well, she's not half bad. Let's do something. And then the demon child thing shows up. And then darkness stuff shows up, you know, because the brand starts bleeding and demons devour a bunch of these people. And then when Casca's little demon child friend pushes them away, like gets rid of them, the pagans are all like, Casca's a witch. She's our witch. Viva la Casca. Viva. They worship her. And, yeah. Then we're shown that Guts is slowly arriving in this area. The dude that like fell off the cliff earlier, that was Nina's little boy toy friend, survived. And then we're given a little bit of backstory on Lady Farnese and Serpico. And Lady Farnese is so messed up. She is not a happy character. And it will be interesting to see how her character grows. And that's good. Overall, this episode I thought was pretty good. And, yeah, except for some wonky animation, it was good. And the series is getting better in that regard. If you can look past the fact that, oh, gee, this arc I like is missing. Or this character shows up before they're supposed to show up, and vice versa. And you know what? That's okay. This is a good anime on its own. A lot better than, say, what happened with Terraformers. Oh, goodness. Don't get me started on that. But yeah, are you watching this on Crunchyroll? I think you should. I've been watching it there. It's pretty good. I like it. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Make sure you like us. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.